You got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. It's over.
Therapy. I publicly state that I have anxiety. I have governments trying to kill me, getting thrown in and out of jail at random, all of my assets seized, 10 girlfriends complaining, 9 baby mamas, my Jesco's broken, my private jet was clicking on the way here making a strange noise. I know they're trying to kill me anyway. I have anxiety, but I use my anxiety so that I wake up at 6:15 a.m. instantly enraged, getting to work so I win. I grabbed the demon of anxiety by his fucking neck and added him to my legion. He works for me.
So important.
You know what? Because first of all, it does set you free mentally, and it gives you a starting point. You have to have the truth to have a starting point.
Today we're going to talk about being laughed at or people mocking you when you fail at something. That's what today's emergency meeting is about, because I think a lot of you hold back on being who you want to be because you're afraid of people's negative opinion of you. Let me make something very fucking clear to you from the beginning. If you are worried about other people's opinion of you, they already own you. They already control you if you are worried about what they are going to say or what they think about you. Even if you need the praise, they own you. If you sit and say, I'm going to try this thing, and I know I'll succeed, and everybody is going to say good things about me. So to make sure that happens, I'm going to cheat, or I'm going to be underhanded. I'm going to do some sneaky shit because I need these people to say good things about me. They already fucking own you. I don't care if people say good things about me or bad things about me, because those people don't own me and they don't decide my worth.
And the truth isn't in the 20%. The truth is in this other part of your brain saying, look, man, you're wasting a bunch of percentage here. We have 80 more percent that we're not tapping into, because in this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this shit. So a lot of us know that. We know.
We do know deep down.
Yeah, I can get over here, but over here, man, this is much better, because I gotta go through this journey that is not fun. This from 20 to 100%, this shit in between is not fun. So we decide to live over here. So everybody goes, how do you do that? You know exactly how to do it.
We, a loser, know that's what he wants to be. He wants to suck. He wants his family to struggle. He wants his mother to say, I have cancer and I can't afford the chemotherapy. That's what he wants. He decided that's what he was going to be. I've never seen a man who decided he was going to be a winner fail, ever. Before I had anything, long ago, I decided I was going to be a winner. So when you understand that wins are eternal and losses are temporary, how can you not flip the coin? How can you not roll the dice? You have to roll the dice. Because if you win, it's changing your entire life trajectory forever. And if you lose, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is some people on the internet are going to say some bad things about you. Some imperfect people who jerk off to porn, who have their own problems and their own struggles. Who gives a fuck what those people say? They're not the master of me. They're not in charge of me. I went out on my shield like a man, and I'll do it again.
Passion in life, and my passion for me was like, oh, I want to be, I don't give a fuck about Navy SEALs, Army, I don't give a shit. I want to serve my country. I cared about, I want to be someone that I'm proud of.
You're proud of. That's all that matters for you.
I'm proud of.
Nobody else matters,
no,
right?
No, give a shit. I don't give a shit. That I want to look at myself in the mirror because I was so disappointed. That accountability mirror I talk about, I was so disappointed in what I saw every fucking day. I wanted everybody to love David Goggins. And a lot of people did. I didn't love myself. But I knew a lot of us want to find peace first. So people say, man, you always talk about this suffering and pain and shit. I'm at peace right now because I went through that. You don't find peace first. If you do, Merry Christmas. More power to you. More power to you.
It's not real. Have you ever seen a lion motivated? Passion, motivation? No. Animals get hungry. That's it. A lion can't tell you why it's chasing down a gazelle. A lion isn't passionate about running through the savannah and risking getting kicked in the face with a hoof and chasing down a gazelle and getting injured. There's no passion. He's not motivated. He's just hungry. Do you understand? He cannot sit still. He cannot sleep. He cannot ignore it. He can't change his mind. Motivation, you can change your mind. Passion, you can change your mind. Hunger is forever until you eat. You either want it or you don't. As fucked up as this financial system is, as rigged as it is, truthfully, if you want it, it's impossible to fail.
Yeah.
It's actually amazing how impossible it is to fail.
Well, it's a game that everybody has to partake in. Everybody has to play the game of trying to get some money. Everyone. Everyone on planet Earth, no matter who you are, no matter how much of an anti-capitalist hippie you are, you have to play the same game as everyone else. Try to get some money to do the things that you want to do. So you may as well get good at it. It's a game we're all forced to play in the end anyway.
It's true. It's something about life is certain. You get good at it, like war, like violence, and like making money.
Yeah, capitalism makes the world go round. That's the way it is.
All of that you learned from your own brain. You
Yes.
didn't Google this shit.
No.
You didn't buy books.
It didn't exist. This shit didn't exist. I couldn't even fucking spell Google back then. This shit didn't exist, man. What existed for me was, okay, man, how am I gonna fucking make this work? And all I knew back then was hard work. The only way anything gets accomplished. That's all I heard back in those days. You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard. I'm not getting I can't get this paragraph. I can't remember what the fuck's in this paragraph to pass this test to get in the military. Read it again. Still not getting it. Read it again. But if you're not getting it, write it out. And that's how I started learning. Okay, well, I gotta write out every fucking thing I do. And then write it out again. And write it out again. And guess what happened? I got it. I got it. I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. I can't swim. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. I realized if I keep going back and going back and going back until the shit just becomes, your mind will say, fuck, okay, we're gonna figure it out.
It'll find a way.
Because he is not going to stop. It's not like I'm gonna try one more time. No, it's just like alarm clock goes off, boop, we're going back. I can't read right, we're going back. I gave myself no way out, and my mind realized that. They said, okay, we're gonna adapt and overcome now.
So you have to teach your mind, this is the new normal.
This is
You
the
better
new
get.
normal.
And I worked for it. So the vision I had was when Apollo Creed beat the fucking shit out of Rocky, beat the shit out of him, he kept fighting. He was a dumb fighter, couldn't read, that was me. Couldn't read, couldn't write, just punchy, everything about him. And Apollo beat the shit out of him. He was in that corner and everybody was saying, stay the fuck down. And him getting up, Apollo Creed raised his arms up in the fucking air, turned around, thought he won the fight. He turns around and sees this guy getting up, and it was the face of Apollo Creed that changed my life.
I talk about that in one of these chapters. Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that shit we have nowadays, yeah, it's great. We're up to date, but your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life shit. You can't Google that shit, man. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain. And your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways. And it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you,
You have dulled your sword, so you have nothing to threaten the demons with, because you're too busy sitting around in therapy like a little girl. When anxiety turns up, you cower before it with your little weak, dull sword. I pull my blade and say, you now work for me.
by force. I have depression. I have OCD. I have all of it. These demons work for me. I am the leader. They are my army. That is how I've conquered the world. If you're at home complaining, I have OCD, I have anxiety, I have depression, you need to get these demons in check. They are your weapons against mediocrity.
The face of Apollo Creed, it was like just by that motherfucker getting up, not winning, just by him getting the fuck up. Apollo Creed was his champ. He's the best. Rocky had taken his soul, had literally taken his soul. His head goes down. He looks at him like, what the fuck are you? I wanted to be that, not Rocky. I wanted to be the guy that people looked at. I don't care if you liked me or didn't like. I don't care, but said this motherfucker is gonna keep coming after whatever the fuck is in front of him. I wanted that. I wanted that. I wanted that worse than anything in the world. So that is, I kept picturing me falling down and getting up, and every motherfucker that called me nigger, I was dumb. Even myself, I wanted to feel something besides defeat. I wanted to just go the distance. And that going the distance pushed me to a point of where now I go way past the distance.
So you go. Nowadays in this society, we like to surround ourselves. It makes us feel so good. Those people who say it's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. It isn't okay, man. And I get it. Society's changing, and we love to feel wanted and loved. Trust me, that's all important. It is. But you have to have the truth from people. Hey, you're not working your butt off hard enough. You're not trying hard enough. We all think we're trying hard, but what are you gauging that off of? Are you gauging off of, like I talked to this one kid the other day, college is kicking my ass. I said, what are you gauging that off of? I go, are you trying? He goes, yeah, I'm trying my ass off. I'm studying hard. I go, what are you gauging trying hard off of? Well, in high school, I didn't have to try at all, and I made great grades. In college, I'm trying hard. You're trying hard compared to what you did in high school, which was it came easy to you. So your reality is something that you created off of something easy. So you trying hard is 2 hours of studying. I'm gonna tell you a difference in trying hard and trying hard. Trying hard is something in your mind just doesn't stop. We know 2 hours isn't enough. So it's all about, reality and what you're basing things off of.
Is forever. And a loss is temporary. The reason a loss is temporary is because it eventually fades from your consciousness. The loss doesn't stay around for long. The world moves on, people forget, you forget, but the win stays forever. Let me give you an example. You try and start a business and you win. You become a millionaire. You save your bloodline from eternal slavery. You buy a Pagani penthouse to give you a free Christmas tree. You try and start a business and you lose. You lose all your money, you get pissed off and upset. A few weeks later, you try again. The loss disappears, but the win stays forever.
This commanding officer stood up and he said to the graduation, guys who are graduating buds, like 18 of them, he said, we live in a society where mediocrity is often rewarded. And he went on to say something about these men detest mediocrity. And I wanted to be a man that detests mediocrity.
Self-therapize. And I self-therapize with anger because anger makes me brave. And my bravery has allowed me to grab demons by the neck. People say to me, oh, I have anxiety. And they talk about it like it's a bad thing. Like this anxiety demon has come into his life and ruined his life. You have anxiety over stupid shit. Keep your anxiety demon, and now have anxiety that you're not rich. Get to the point where you can't sit still and watch Netflix and eat ice cream because you are too anxious about the fact that you don't have $100 million. You might start doing some work.
So when you, if I'm lying to you about who I am, or I'm lying to you about whatever, there's no starting point. There's a false reality.
Right.
You have to create the real reality. So that's what I call my accountability mirror in my book. That's the real reality. Where the fuck am I gonna start from? So for me, I was lying to this, lying about that. So I had no starting point. Once you come face to face with who you are, You have a starting point. All right, I'm not real smart. I have no courage. I have no self-esteem. I have no nothing. Nothing. That's my starting point. Now we can move from there. But if I tell myself I'm strong, I have courage, I'm smart, and all these are lies, you continuously push that starting point backwards.
Right.
So that starting point is the truth. The no fucking bullshit truth that only you can tell yourself. So it's the starting point. The truth's the starting point.
Oh, I have depression. Great, fantastic. I'm glad you have depression because you won't feel depressed on a yacht with 20 supermodels, 300 million in the bank, and a Bugatti waiting for you in the marina. Then you won't feel depressed. So it's a good thing you have depression because you don't have those things, and now you have to get them to feel better, so get to work. I have OCD. You have OCD over dumb shit like arranging your Star Wars figurines like a fucking child. You should have OCD about getting your life in order, about being in the gym on time, about training harder than everyone around you, about getting some money in your bank. You don't have to get rid of these conditions. I would argue that Elon, the man who's putting rockets into space, probably has OCD. That's how he managed to get a rocket into space. And you're saying your OCD prevents you from fucking washing the dishes because you're a fuck up and you are a failure.
My first run, when I decided to lose the weight, I was, like I said, 297. I was about 32% body fat. And my idea was to run 4 miles for my first run. I didn't know how bad it's gonna fucking hurt me. I used to run before I was fat, and I was like, fuck it, I can do this. I ran a 1/4 mile and walked home. I walked home and sat on my couch and cried. I went to my mom's house, who was about maybe 20 minutes down the road, and cried again in her couch, saying, man, I can't fucking do this shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just got somebody pregnant. My life was just fucked. I was making $1,000 a month. My rent was $810 a month. And my mind just kept fucking with me. And kept fucking, you're not good enough, man. This isn't for you, man. These guys are the baddest motherfuckers on the planet Earth. You're not that. And what it was, and it's kind of funny, I was obsessed with Rocky. Rocky 1 in particular. And when I was a kid, I'd come home every day and I watched this fucking show, Rocky. And I would fast forward with the little VHS tapes to round 14. Round 14 fucked me up like nobody's business. Why? This song came on. When I bought the pull-up record, I listened to the song for 17 hours. It's 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And I'm able to visualize and dream like nobody's business. And I know that I can create a vision that many people can't.
Political system. Stop complaining about the tax structure. Stop complaining about women. Stop complaining. Stop and fucking work. Work, 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 work. And if you do that, all the things you were once complaining about, you can then exploit and win from. And that is why I got rich. And I'm not here to give you motivation. I'm not here to make you passionate. I'm here to make you hungry. To make you realize there's a whole new world. Guys, when I was broke, I didn't know planes like this even existed. And if I did, I would have worked harder than I currently work. I would have worked harder than ever. I would have never slept. If I knew planes like this existed back when I was broke, I would have been even more restless. I didn't even know the world I was trying to reach. I was the lion who didn't even know how good gazelle tastes, and I was still hungry. And here I am showing you the life you can live. And you still what? Are you tired? Are you gay? Are you tired and gay? Some of you are just lacking some fire inside of you. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Animals, winners, there's no passion, there's no motivation, there's hunger. And if you're hungry, you're gonna find a way to eat.
You know exactly, it's not a magic trick. There's nothing I talk about in that book that's a magic trick. It's all back down to a very primitive mindset of we just have to do. It's like breathing. Breathing becomes normal. Like we don't even know that we're doing it. That's how you have to live your life. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, it's just what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, I'm not saying physical, I'm not saying you got to break yourself off, the amount of mental pain of how many times you're gonna have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go is gonna be, there's gonna be more times you do something that you don't wanna do than you are gonna wanna do it. And that's your new norm.
So basically what I did was I came home and I had a chocolate milkshake. I sat down and I gave up. I said, this ain't gonna fucking happen, man. I could lose 106 pounds and I can't even go a quarter of a fucking mile. I started being able to take negative shit and be happy. And this whole, I say what if a lot, it sounds corny and it sounds weak, but it's true.
Winners have decided to be winners, and losers have decided to be losers. I didn't decide to be a loser, says the loser. It's just hard, it's just difficult, I was just tired. The fact you acknowledge that you were tired, the fact that you accept that it is hard, is why you've already chosen to lose. Winners don't accept these facts. I decided I was going to win. So because I decided I was going to win, the fact that I may feel tired isn't something I even mention. It doesn't enter my psyche. I'm not cognitive of it. I have things to do. The fact that it might be hard has nothing to do with the fact that I'm going to achieve it anyway. Winners have decided to win, and losers have already decided to lose.
The best feeling I had was when I was by myself trying to lose this weight. I had to lose it in literally less than 3 months. 106 pounds in less than 3 months. And literally, I started feeling victory just by putting myself in the battle. It wasn't about going to Navy SEAL training. It wasn't about being the 23rd guy in that chair. I started realizing, man, just by going to war with myself every day and putting these challenges and these goals and these obstacles, these insurmountable obstacles. So it wasn't about losing 106 pounds. Me losing 5 pounds was an accomplishment. Me losing 10 pounds and then 50 pounds. And then the more I did this, the more I gained confidence. And then the more I gained confidence, the more I realized, fuck these Navy SEALs, man. These guys can't do what I'm doing right now. I had no coach, had no trainer, had no money. I didn't know how to lose weight. I had no knowledge of what I was doing. I was just working. I was just sacrificing. And then through that, all these different tools started coming up. But I would have never found these tools if I didn't put myself in a very, can't process 5 days of this shit. You're now in a fuck you, like I gotta get out of here. You're in fight or flight. It's cold, I can't be cold this long. And then this is where that 1 second decision comes in. You forgot every reason why you wanted to be there. You don't care about SEALs. You don't care about any of this shit. You don't care about fighting for your country. You don't care about that gaudy gold trident that they put on your chest. You don't care about any of that shit no more. All you want to do is go back home. You want the warmth. You may want something to eat. You want your girl to hold you. All those things of comfort are there in that 1 second. And this is where people lose.
Get teammates who are prepared to die beside you. The only way you are prepared to fight gangs of men who want to take your house, take your money, take your woman, take your car, take everything you've ever worked for, is to have a gang of men on your side who are prepared to protect it with you. That is what the war room is for. Brotherhood is the foundation of society. There has always been armies, gangs, cartels, whatever you want to call them, groups of men on one team prepared to fight the groups of men on the other team. You cannot do it alone.
The daunting tasks I put myself through. So that's proof positive that I can. So it correlates. And that's how this piece of shit kid that I once thought I was built belief by saying, I was in 3 Hell Weeks. I went to Ranger School. I tried out for Delta Selection.
Undeniable stack of proof.
That is proof, motherfuckers. I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself. And no one really finds themselves without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering. being accountable every fucking day for doing right for yourself, for the people next to you, it's miserable. It's hard.
That is suffering in
miserable.
disguise, right?
It's
Suffering.
miserable. So, you know, even the smallest details. So that's where it comes.
Once you start finding that you're excelling and you're visualizing,
Projecting yourself forward to see what are the consequences of failing, what are the consequences of stopping,
Yep.
is about as powerful of a motivation strategy as I can think of, you know? Because what you're doing is you're trying to optimize right now to stop the discomfort.
That's right.
But what you're going to pay for that in is shame and guilt
right.
and regret long term.
That's right.
So what you need to be able to do is bundle all of that up that is as yet unfelt, but will last for way, way, way longer. You know, the future is much longer than now.
That's right.
The future is going to extend out up until the day that you die. And the now is just for now. And even 130 hours is just 130 hours.
That's right.
And you get to look back. And do you look back with pride and glory? Or do you look back with shame and guilt?
That's it.
Undo moves in life. And one of the thoughts I've been having these last couple of days is, if I knew I was going to lose, would I have still fought? And the answer is yes. In fact, if I knew I was going to lose, it would have even been more important that I fought. Because if I were to not fight just because I'd lose, then I'd really be a coward.
Another friend sent me a message this morning knowing that we had this big thing that we've been working toward for a long time today. He said, Nietzsche said, "I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would the courage and greatness be if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges."